The idea of a culture as being static, I think, is a fallacy. My name is Stephen Salel, and I am the Robert F Lange Foundation curator of Japanese art at the Honolulu Museum of Art.
When we think about the after effects of World War II, we usually think of things like the UN, the Iron Curtain, and the Cold War. But World War II also changed the cultural landscape of the world. It's hard to imagine a United States without contemporary Japanese influence, and vice versa. I flew to Hawaii to visit Stephen Salel, a curator at the Honolulu Museum of Art, to ask him about how the war reshaped the cultural landscape of both the US and Japan.
Before World War II, they see other nations as a threat, and they've circled their wagons.
Before the attack on Pearl Harbor, both countries were much more culturally isolated than today. American art at the time focused on the values that grew the nation from its humble origins to its status as a global superpower.
Self-sufficiency, heroism, boldness, adventurism, confidence, and beyond that, a sort of classical, formal beauty.
Japan, meanwhile, was industrializing quickly, expanding its territory through conquest on mainland Asia and merging its traditional arts with some classical Western traditions.
Artists who took a very nationalist bend focused on Japanese mythology to ensure the Japanese people that the kind of military operations that were happening were part of a sort of manifest destiny.
World War II ended with Japan's surrender to the United States, the horrors of that war forging a relationship between the two countries.
The aspects of World War II that most strongly affected Japanese culture would, of course, include the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. But possibly an even stronger influence were the bombings of Tokyo. It was firebombing.
The war resulted in death and destruction on a scale never before seen in the world. It impacted both societies in different ways, but there's no doubt that it left our modes of artistic expression changed forever.